Theory is knowledge that doesn't work. Practice is when everything works and you don't know why. You show the world as a complete, unbroken chain, an eternal chain, linked together by cause and effect. There is no reality except the one contained within us. There is a miracle in every new beginning. Faith and doubt go hand in hand. They are complementaries. One who never doubts will never truly believe. You must find your dream. Then the way becomes easy. Lack of friends is a sign that a man has many hobbies, as well as time. Love your suffering. Do not resist it. Do not flee from it. It is only your aversion to it that hurts, nothing else. Within you there is a stillness and sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. As well as time, people with courage and character always seem sinister to the rest. Learn what is to be taken seriously and laugh at the rest. When you like someone, you like them in spite of their faults. When you love someone, you love them with their faults. The true profession of a man is to find his way to himself. I have always believed, and I still believe, that whatever good or bad fortune may come our way, we can always give it meaning and transform it into something of value. Every experience has its element of magic. To achieve the possible, we must attempt the impossible again and again. The truth has a million faces, but there is only one truth. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Whoever wants music instead of noise, joy instead of pleasure, soul instead of gold, creative work instead of business, passion instead of foolery, finds no home in this trivial world of ours. Happiness is love, nothing else. A man who is capable of love is happy. If you hate a person, you hate something in him that is part of yourself. What isn't part of ourselves doesn't disturb us. God does not send us despair in order to kill us. He sends it in order to awaken us to new life. Duty does not bring happiness to the one who possesses it, but to the one who loves and admires it. I live in my dreams. That's what you sense. Other people live in dreams, but not in their own. That's the difference. Life is waiting everywhere. The future is flowering everywhere, but we only see a small part of it and step on much of it with our feet. Art is the contemplation of the world in a state of grace. A tree has something to say to us. Be still, be still. Look at me. Home is within you, or home is nowhere at all. Happiness is a how, not a what, a talent, not an object. Gentleness is stronger than severity. Water is stronger than rock. Love is stronger than force. No permanence is ours. We are a wave that flows to fit whatever form it finds. As a body, everyone is single, as a soul, never. Nothing was, nothing will be. Everything has reality and presence. I realize today that nothing in the world is more distasteful to a man than to take the path that leads to himself. Not in his speech, not in his thoughts, I see his greatness, only in his actions, in his life. A magic dwells in each beginning, protecting us, telling us how to live. All life was a breath exhaled by God. All dying was a breath inhaled by God. Oh, love isn't there to make us happy. I believe it exists to show us how much we can endure. I have begun to listen to the teachings my blood whispers to me. The highest art sets down its creations and trusts in their magic, without fear of not being understood. Only the ideas that we really live have any value. I have been and still am a seeker, but I have ceased to question stars and books. I have begun to listen to the teaching my blood whispers to me. Each man's life represents a road toward himself. For me, trees have always been the most penetrating preachers. Love of God is not always the same as love of good. Everyone can reach his goal if he can think, wait, and fast. How beautiful the world was when one looked at it without searching, just looked simply and innocently. Making music together is the best way for two people to become friends. Often it is the most deserving people who cannot help loving those who destroy them. When two cultures collide is the only time when true suffering exists. A longing to wander tears my heart when I hear trees rustling in the wind at evening. What he had not learned, however, was this: to find contentment in himself and his own life. You are willing to die, you coward, but not to live. Knowledge can communicate it, but not wisdom. Faith is stronger than so-called reality. I wanted only to live in accord with the promptings which came from my true self. Why was that so very difficult? I hope death will be a great happiness, a happiness as great as that of love, fulfill love in every truth. The opposite is equally true. For example, a truth can only be expressed and enveloped in words if it is one-sided. The day had gone by just as days go by. I had killed it in accordance with my primitive and retiring way of life. Is not every life, every work fine? The river is everywhere at the same time, everywhere, and the present only exists for it, not the shadow of the past, nor the shadow of the future. That life is difficult, I have often bitterly realized. The mind is international and supranational. It ought to serve not war and annihilation, but peace and reconciliation. But peace, too, is a living thing, and like all life it must wax and wane, accommodate, withstand trials, and undergo changes. In each individual the spirit is made flesh. In each one the whole of creation suffers. In each one a Savior is crucified. Knowledge can be communicated, but not wisdom. It was lovely and tempting to exert power over men and to shine before others, but power also had its perditions and perils. That seems to be the way of things. Everyone takes, everyone gives. Life is like that. The world, as it is now, wants to die, wants to perish, and it will. But your questions, which are unanswerable without exception, all spring from the same erroneous thinking. Everything is necessary. Everything needs only my agreement, my assent, my loving understanding. Then all is well with me, and nothing can harm me. One day I would be a better hand at the game. One day I would learn how to laugh. Pablo was waiting for me, and Mozart too.